Hi, I'm Shane Jolley. There's no better place in the world than Australia for a driving holiday, and you're about to find out why, right here on Australia's Best Drives. On this trip, I'm heading north from the scenic Palm Cove to the iconic Cape Tribulation. This spectacular drive is a tropical journey that encounters beautiful beaches, fascinating indigenous culture, and the freshest of food. Driving from Palm Cove to Port Douglas, you are blessed with a road that hugs the ocean on one side and forested mountains on the other. A stunning 40-minute journey brings you to Port Douglas. Once a sleepy seaside village known for sugar farming, it was transformed into a traveller's hotspot in the 80s by the Sheraton Resort. The Sheraton has recently undergone an incredible $43 million renovation, and with its flagship pool complex now refurbished, it's perfect for a luxurious family getaway. Would you classify this as a pool or a beach? Because I can see some sand and whatnot over there.
We do talk about them as lagoons.
Oh, lagoons.
Lagoons.
Okay, right.
Yes. We have 2.5 hectares, which is 5 acres of swimming pool surface area.
Wow.
During our refurb, when we emptied these pools and resurfaced them, to refill them was actually a 4-day process. And underneath where we're sitting right now is a very high-tech filtration room, which is as big as a high school gymnasium.
No way.
And I've got to say, in the resort, you need to make sure you have a day doing our specialty, which is very little of anything.
Oh, yeah.
I talk to a lot of kids and families, and I'll often ask, what was your favourite day? And the kids, it's always the same answer. It's the day nobody told me to go anywhere. I just hung out by the pool, had lunch at the resort, and there was no stress and no pressure.
And it really is synonymous with Port Douglas as well, because it's been around a number of years.
Yeah, the Sheraton has pretty much put Port Douglas on the map. All the palm trees that line Port Douglas were put in by the original developer. Most people that know of Port Douglas associate it with the Sheraton.
Yeah.
And I think the reverse is true as well. People talk about the Sheraton Mirage, and it's Port Douglas that pops to mind. And you've got the laid-back Queensland lifestyle. We consider thongs semi-formal. A T-shirt, you're pretty much good for a wedding. Yeah, it's just a nice, easy way to live.
Part of the resort's incredible renovation includes some fabulous restaurants. I'm meeting Spencer Patrick, the executive chef of Harrison's, the Sheraton's premier eating establishment. Spencer has worked in some of the best restaurants in Europe, but it was a drive around Australia that lured him here to Port Douglas.
Well, we came across the top, and Broome was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
loved
Broome's
Broome. A little bit too crazy for me though, a bit loopy. And we came to Port Douglas, we just thought, hey, this place is beautiful. It's a little bit cosmopolitan. It's just one of these unique places where you have the Great Barrier Reef, you have the Daintree rainforest, and you know, this amazing food bowl we have here as well, comes from the tablelands, and also it's paradise.
And what does the menu represent?
It's all about my past. So technique is English, but it's North Queensland on the flavor.
Right.
And I'm very, very lucky. My next door neighbour is called Juan, and he's part of the Kukulanji people, which is a local indigenous.
Okay.
And the beach where we're at, they still hunt and gather,
Right.
which is really cool. So we go out together, we have our spears. Now, I like to bring some of that idea into the kitchen as well.
I was going to ask you about that, if you did that.
So we do our FNQ,
Right.
fish and chips. Right?
FNQ, fish and chips.
So you do the English thing and we change it up.
Yeah, right.
So
That's
again,
great.
we get a fantastic coral trout or snapper, and I get one of my boys to get paper bark in the morning. And then we get lemon myrtle and some bush lemon, and we like season the fish with that, and then we wrap it in the paper bark and then we put it in the oven.
Amazing.
And then instead of the good old-fashioned chips, we use taro. So cut those into chips, and we thrice cook them. We make our smoked tomato ketchup.
Right.
And then for the tartare sauce, we have the usual ingredients, but then we have all pepperberry and lemon pepper and that as well. Far North Queensland fish on a plate.
Here it is.
So you just got to reinvent yourself and adapt to your area. And, you know, I've got loads of great farmers that grow for me as well, learning what's in season, what's coming to season, what's going out of season, and just reproducing the best you can on the plate.
If relaxing in the sunshine, looking out at beautiful harbour views with a cold beer in hand is your idea of bliss, Hemingway's Brewery is definitely for you. Only a short drive from the Sheraton, this fabulous gastro pub brews tantalising craft beers on site and matches them with delicious pub grub.
Our aim is to try and introduce the locals up here to some really tasty craft beers and get them beer as fresh as it can possibly be. So brewing it just over here and then presenting it on the bar sort of a few metres away. So
Beautiful.
It doesn't get much fresher than that.
No, sensational. Of course, you've got this beautiful outlook here as well.
It's a rough place to have a beer.
Very rough place to have a
You
beer.
could kind of settle in, we suspect.
Yeah, I think so. Right, and this is also referred to as a gastro pub.
It is referred to as a gastro pub. So the other aspect that we're trying to achieve is really match up some of those fine foods that the chef's producing
Sure.
with the fine beers that we're making as well. So
Right, it's a good idea.
there's a good combination. And beer and food goes fantastically well. You know, I know everyone
I can
says
vouch for
wine
that.
and food is the natural pairing, but I actually think, as a brewer, of course, the best pairing is beer and food.
And do you cook with it up here as well?
We actually cook with a bit of beer as well.
Right.
So you'll see the bartenders, filling up a jug
For the
and
chef.
taking it over to the chef. There's beer battered fish and Mrs. Watson's breadsticks. So a fair bit of time and effort and thought gone into how we best use beer in food and how we pair the beer and food together.
Coming up, I experience culture and nature in Mossman Gorge. A short drive from Port Douglas and you arrive at the stunning Mossman Gorge. Roy Gibson had a dream of educating the many travellers passing through the region on Indigenous culture and traditions, while also helping to provide a legacy for his local community. Well, his dream has turned into a fabulous reality in the form of the Mossman Gorge Centre. Not only does it offer fascinating insights for tourists, it's providing training and jobs for the locals. I begin my wonderful experience here with a welcoming ceremony.
Juragare bubunga nganjananda nganjadungai ngurgugu dungai karabaja jumo yang ngali dungai karabaja nganjan ngurgugu dungai yalada. That's it. What I just said there, I welcome you to this country of ours. Let's work together as one and come back together with a good feeling. And so I hope you one day someday we'll meet again, okay? So we're going to start a journey.
Great. What do people experience from coming here, do you think?
Most people they want to meet us and want to know what sort of, how do we live in this forest?
Yeah.
And this rainforest is the oldest rainforest, and we have to try and share as much as we can with the people that don't understand about cultural, indigenous culture. So, ngai kan garai goda, welcome you garai, nganjin dungai, baranga dungai.
After Roy asks his ancestors to welcome me, a stranger, into the forest, he explained how every part of it is used by the Yalanji people for hunting, food, shelter or fun. This is the creek we've got here?
Yeah, this is the creek, yep.
Is there a name for creek, Roy?
Yeah, we call them bara-bara.
Bara-bara.
Bara-bara. And so
Jeez, that
sometimes the old guys said to us when we were kids, go away, go down to bara-bara, go and have a swim.
What a beautiful part of the world.
Yep.
Have a look at this. You're spoilt, Roy.
I am.
Look at that. Can you drink out of here?
Oh, you can drink out of here. I don't know, because I drink out of this fella.
Oh, geez, it's nice and fresh, Roy.
Nice and fresh.
Beautiful. And what are we walking into now here, Roy?
Well, we actually come into an area that I will show you about the paint. Normally you'll find all these colours and the rocks along the creek beds. So I'm going to put some on my arm first,
Okay.
and you can copy me then.
And why do you do this?
Well, it's mainly for sorry days, for someone passed away, and then we'll do a corroboree dance.
Okay.
The dance will make our family happy. I'm going to put dots on.
Okay, dots.
Dots represents raindrops.
Raindrops,
To
okay.
our mob. I think that red might come out more better.
I think you might be right, just quietly.
Now, polish up a bit.
Perfect. All right, let's do that. Bit of red to the side. Ah,
That's much better.
That's more like it. Either side. Look at this. It's a masterpiece. Oh, amazing. Yours looks great.
Yeah.
I think I've got a bit of work to do with mine. Not far on this road trip is a great place to put up your feet in the middle of the beautiful Daintree rainforest. The Silky Oaks Lodge is a stunning collection of tree houses overlooking the tranquil Mossman River, and it is a perfect getaway for couples looking for peace and privacy in the world's oldest rainforest.
The lodge has got two personalities. During the day, as you can see it now, or at night time, it takes on a whole different feel.
Yeah.
Also the whole dining experience, which you can see behind us. We put out 100 tea lights and candles, and and we take down all the normal lighting, and it's gorgeous sitting over there. We suddenly light up the river and the tree, so it's majestic sitting there.
And I noticed in the rooms as well, you've got beautiful spa baths. There's a hammock out on the balcony. I mean, you've really gone to the nth degree.
It's all about relaxation. It's all about couples.
Yeah.
Because in everyday life, as we all know, it all gets very busy.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a place where that all falls away.
And what activities can guests get up to sort of around here and also in the area?
Well, in the area there's a whole host of things, of which the Barrier Reef, of course, is the main attraction.
Let's not forget that.
And then you've got day trips in the Daintree National Park or the
yes.
Daintree World Heritage Area, like Cape Tribulation.
Yes.
So there's a lot of people that do their trips, but of course you've got a lot of activities like the Mossman Gorge, which is a really stunning tourist attraction these days, and which is right across from here, effectively. We got spear hunting at the Kuya Beach, so yeah, there's a whole host of activities.
After the break, I experience sweet treats and snappy wildlife. Along this fabulous drive, one predominant part of the scenery is the cane fields. They stretch out for miles and tell you you're in the heart of tropical Queensland. A very short drive from Mossman takes you to Diallo, where sweet farms have been growing sugar for over 100 years. Gerard is a fourth-generation farmer here and took me through this fabulous farm. X marks the spot, Gerard.
That's it. How old is this?
This field here is
roughly
between sort of 13, 14 months old, so and it'll be harvested in the next sort of month. So
how can you tell that though, Gerard?
there is a little flower that comes out, and that's usually a good sign that it's ready to go. It's matured, ready to be harvested.
Right.
But it's a crop that we've got to cut annually. Generally get about 4 or 5 years out of it in the ground. This field here was planted 3 years ago, so this is the fourth time it's come up. So we'll probably get another 1 or 2 more years out of this. Then we'll go through and incorporate it all and replant it again.
Right. So we're going to give this a
give it a go.
cut down, aren't we?
So just grab a stick of cane and just follow through. Make sure you don't cut your leg off.
You better stand back. Oh, look out. Here we go. Give it a good whack.
Yep, good whack.
Wish me luck. Here we go. Oh, geez, he's done that before.
Yep.
Not bad.
Yeah, probably about spin it
sharp.
around and cut the top off.
Cut the top off?
Yep.
All right.
Just follow through. Yep.
That way?
Yep. That's it. And you got another few thousand to go.
So what's the process from here?
From that, well, normally it would go into the bins and go to the mill to get processed, but we can take that back to our sweet farms and try what you've squeezed.
Yeah, perfect, mate. Sounds good.
Okay, we've got our fresh stick that you cut before. Now it's time for you to make some juice out of it.
Oh, mate.
So if you want to grab the stick and just feed it in the front and wind.
This is what I've got the muscles on today, mate. Oof, look out. Oh, yeah?
Yep, that's it.
Am I pushing at the same time?
No, let the stick go. Just it'll feed through itself.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
There you go. In a few seconds, you'll have juice coming out.
Come on, baby. Where are we? It's a good little workout, this.
Yep, no, that's why we've got an automated one to do it in the morning.
Now you tell me. Right. So I'm guessing this is particularly sweet.
Yep, 100% juice. We normally put a dash of lime in ours just to take the edge off it.
Oh, wow. All that for that?
All that for that.
Gerard and the family also grow cocoa and vanilla plants on the farm and make a delicious array of treats from the farm's produce. This is a must-do if you have a sweet tooth. My next stop takes me into the heart of the Daintree for another stunning 40-minute drive. I'm here to hopefully get up close to one of North Queensland's most iconic creatures, the saltwater croc. My trusty guide Bill is taking me to meet this incredible reptile.
Yeah, got your Nick, over.
Yeah, mate, in behind the island, about 50 metres in on your left, you got a 3-year-old in the hibiscus branches, and out the front you got Scooter.
thanks for the tips. Over.
Who's Scooter?
Scooter's one of our crocodiles.
Yeah,
Most
right.
of them have nicknames.
And are crocs out all seasons? Are they
Yeah,
pretty much?
The peak time for viewing is in our winter period.
Okay.
So June and July, because the water temperature drops down low. Crocodiles don't want to be in that cold water. So they'll look at getting on the banks, getting into the sun and enjoying that temperature.
Nice.
Just to give you an idea, most of our adult crocodiles up here, if there was no food at all, nothing for them to eat whatsoever, most of our adults could last over 1 year without having to eat again.
Is that right?
So on one stomach full of food, over 1 year. Because crocs have got amazing eyesight. Not only can they move their eyes up and down like us, but they can slide them sideways. Their night vision, incredible. They also have vibration glands in their neck.
Do they?
So if you walk in the water and there's a croc around, it'll pick up that movement. It'll come over and investigate.
A little further on, and Bill spotted a big one. How big's that beast, Bill?
That crocodile there is a male. It's over 3 metres in size. Females normally only grow to 3 metres. But that crocodile there is about 4.2, 4.4 metres.
Really?
This is what it's all about during the daytime, lying around in the sun, getting energy into their body. But tonight, they'll be up and down this river tonight. They'll be active of a night time. That's when they're really active. So
Big
whatever
boy.
you do, never walk into that water of a night time.
No, or the daytime for that matter. I'm not going anywhere near this water, mate. No way. Coming up, I sail the Barrier Reef and visit Cape Tribulation. Another 50 kilometres from Daintree and I arrive at the iconic Cape Tribulation, given its name when Captain Cook's ship had run aground here on the Great Barrier Reef. Today though, Steve and his crew take advantage of the reef's proximity to offer a unique and luxurious sailing experience. Well, Steve, I think I'm about 2.5 minutes away from jumping in this beautiful water here.
It does look a bit inviting, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Me too.
Sail away. Talk to us about that.
So we've always had a passion for the environment. We want to be able to do something that's hopefully inspiring people, get a better appreciation about our natural environment, but done in a really fun way. And then when you're here to have marine biologists, the interpretation, you understand what's going on in an incredibly beautiful, fragile environment. So it's a combination that makes it a really fun, relaxed day. If you're maybe not a snorkeler and you fancy that you're hanging out with your partner and a glass of wine at sunset, that's also okay. So each trip does something quite different, and this today at Cape Trib to the Mackay is stunning because you've got this outer reef location on the wild side, off the beaten track. So we do say, hey, make sure you can snorkel, make sure you've got good mobility because you are doing something that you're walking off the beach to a landing craft. It's very different than marina when you see stunning rainforest mountains, you've got this ocean and the quay only 10 miles away. We don't sit inside with rows of seats and aircon. It's really comfortable, but we want to really be at one with the environment and sailing authentically. Good for the headspace.
Absolutely, absolutely. And marine life, I'm guessing we'll see plenty out here today.
Oh, I hope so.
We're about to find out very
it's
soon.
a big expectation, but I reckon you're going to be happy.
Oh, I reckon I will
Stunning.
too, just quietly. Where are we exactly, by the way?
Mackay Coral Cay. So you've got incredible colours. You've got a sand cay, that luminescence of the turquoise. So those factors give us clear water, giant clams, amazing turtles, beautiful coral, and a spectacular healthy reef, which we're very fortunate to have. So we're only 10 miles off the coast.
Okay.
So from Cape Tribulation, the Daintree National Park and the rainforest, to get out here is only an hour and a quarter sailing. Yet we are definitely on a wild side. We get a kick out of living in a beautiful environment and doing something sustainably and inviting people to come and share and enjoy it.
Absolutely. As well as the reef being so close here, there are some great places to adventure drive. This is where dirt takes over from tar and makes for some seriously fun road trips. I'm meeting an old family friend and local, Sam, to see some of his favourite Cape Trib spots.
We're heading to Imogen Creek.
Okay.
And it's a beautiful, pristine little creek system that comes up from a big catchment up the valley. This is my favourite little drive to the creek crossing.
And the creek that we're going to, is that full at the moment? Or
Yeah,
can you swim in it, or?
yeah. No, you can swim in it. So the creek's just up here.
Ah, perfect, mate.
This separates the men from the boys.
I'm sure it does. Gotcha. Jeez.
And there's crocodiles down that way, and there's swimming up that way.
Is that right? To the
That's
left
it.
we can swim, crocs down the right. So a little swimming hole down here to the right.
Yeah, just up there.
Okay. That'd be good.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful, mate. It's my favourite out of all the spots.
And where are we headed now?
We're going to my favourite beach spot. This particular spot, not a lot of people go to it, and it gets these nice southeasterly winds, and
The water looks pretty pristine.
yeah, mate. And it's a spectacular spot.
Oh, I
mate.
can hear the water.
Yeah.
So what have we got over here, Sam?
Shane, mate, that over there is Cape Trib.
Great spot.
You get the nice southeasterlies washing stuff up, oldest rainforest in the world right there, and it comes down and it meets the reef.
This is where two natural wonders of the world meet, the Daintree rainforest and the Great Barrier Reef. Well, this is the end of what has been an exciting journey. I hope you can join me next time for another one of Australia's Best Drives.